Welcome to WNL Sports Weekly. I'm Jeremy Franklin. This week we'll speak with women's lacrosse coach Mary Heneberry, men's track and field captain Aaron Jeong, and men's lacrosse captain Noah Lessing. But first, a quick look back at the weekend in Washington and Lee athletics. The 10th-ranked women's tennis team took down number 2 Johns Hopkins, beating the Blue Jays 5-4 in Lexington. Men's tennis squeaked out a 5-4 conference win on the road at Roanoke. The riding team placed second at the ODAC Championship at the Virginia Horse Center. Both the men's and women's track and field teams had a pair of top 3 finishes in a mostly Division I field at the Liberty Collegiate Invitational. Baseball struggled through a tough weekend, getting swept in conference doubleheaders by Emory and Henry and Virginia Wesleyan. Men's lacrosse snapped a 3-game skid with a 15-5 road win over Shenandoah, while women's lacrosse improved to 6-0 in the ODAC with a 9-6 victory at Guilford. I'm joined now by assistant women's lacrosse coach Mary Heneberry. Mary, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Happy to be here.
Washington and Lee graduated a terrific senior class. You've lost several players throughout the course of this season to significant injury. How has the team adjusted to having so many new players in the rotation?
They've definitely had to adjust to Brooke and I being a little bit more creative with our lineups and different sets that we have on both ends. The silver lining, I think, for them is that we have a lot of younger players who are able to get more experience, whether that be more reps in practice or more game experience on the field. So their development and confidence is coming along a lot sooner than I think that they were expecting to.
You held all but one of your ODAC opponents to 6 goals or fewer on the year. What has contributed to the team's success on the defensive end?
Brooke and I have gotten really creative with our defensive set in terms of knowing the strengths of each player we have on the field. Our defensive sets have set up predictable shots for Kara and Harley, and we always say if a team is scoring less than 10 goals, we should be winning the game. So we try and create as many opportunities as possible for us to be able to predict what's happening, what the next move of our opponent's attack is going to be.
The Generals picked up some big early season wins over teams like Salisbury and St. Mary's. What do those victories mean to Washington and Lee as you get set to enter the postseason?
Well, 2 of our major injuries happened during that game. So those 2 wins early in the season definitely help the momentum and the confidence building of a young team. And again, we always tell the team we don't want to peak too early. So as long as we can keep those and keep riding the momentum, hopefully we'll get that top seed in the ODAC.
What does WNL need to do to win its 6th consecutive conference title?
After our injuries, we reevaluated our team goals, and our team is ready to rise to the challenge, and we definitely need to stick to being composed, going back to basics, and really controlling the pace of the game. With a small roster right now, we can't turn this into a track and field meet up and down the field, so that's really what our goals are going to be moving forward.
Mary, thanks for joining us. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thanks.
Here with me in the studio is Aaron Jeong, senior track and field captain from Federal Way, Washington. Aaron, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
The spring season has been very compressed. You've had just 3 full meets going into the ODAC Championship next week. What kind of challenges has that short schedule posed for the team?
I think the biggest challenges we've been facing lately is just staying healthy. I mean, usually if people get injured, we have some time before ODACs, but I know a lot of us are still recovering from recent injuries. I mean, personally, I had an injury 2 weeks ago, but I'm good now, but it just felt so short, I guess, and ODACs is 2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks away, so that's probably the biggest challenge.
You had a chance to compete at the Division III Indoor and Outdoor National Championships in 2013-14. How did that experience prepare you for your senior season?
Funny enough, I think it over-prepared me, or I got a little anxious about it. I think last year's national championships for me were very organic. I didn't go into the season expecting to qualify. It just kind of happened. But now that I went and I kind of had this expectation, I think I kind of, got a little too excited, prepared a little too hard if that's possible. But, sometimes you just got to let things kind of go the way. You shouldn't change too much, essentially.
You're one of just 3 seniors on the Washington and Lee roster. Both of your co-captains are juniors. What's it been like to have a leadership role on such a young team?
It's not that different. I'd just say it's a young team and they keep me young, I guess. But no, I think I have some more input from the past seasons that I've had with the older guys that have graduated. But it's been pretty much the same as the past years, I guess. Nothing too different. Yeah.
What are the Generals' expectations for the ODAC outdoor meet next week?
We've got a very diverse team this year, and anything can happen. It always comes down to one or two people to just step up and make a difference. And we're just looking forward to everyone competing. And if someone competes really well, we might come off with the win. We might come off second. But whatever happens, we'll have worked really hard at it. So that's pretty much it.
Aaron, thanks for joining us. Best of luck at the ODAC Championship next week.
Thank you for having me.
With me now is Noah Lessing, senior lacrosse captain from Babylon, New York. Noah, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You missed a significant chunk of time in 2014 due to injury. How rewarding has it been to get back out there during your senior season?
Yeah, it's been pretty unbelievable, to say the least. It's definitely been different. So right after I was injured last March, I ended up getting back to playing over the summer, and within a week or so, I blew up my hamstring pretty good. And so that ended up setting me back again, and I wasn't playing until about the second week of February. So getting back in the swing of things was harder than I had expected. And it basically was, I took a year off from running and really conditioning, so that was kind of a tough transition. But it's been truly amazing to be out there running around with my teammates again.
You've had a couple of tough games lately, but on the season, the Generals are giving up under 7 goals per game. How have you and your fellow defensive midfielders contributed to the success on that end of the field?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're a group that's been playing together for a while, and I really think all the credit goes to our new defensive coordinator, Eric Koch. He came in and didn't exactly implement a different system, but really kind of instilled the fundamentals back into our team defense. And I think buying into what he's been teaching us and coaching us and allowing us to kind of come together and get back to playing just really good, sound defense has allowed us to kind of slow down some guys from the midfield, and hopefully has brought us to a level where we can soon play with some of the bigger teams here.
I know an ODAC championship was one of the team's chief goals for this year. How can you make that happen in the conference tournament?
Yeah, so I think what kind of came up earlier on in the season was this next one mentality. And for us, it's not exactly looking ahead and looking at what the outcome might be, because a lot of our guys on our team are very intense, they're very emotional, and that can sort of take away from the game itself and the play ahead of us. So for us, it's just going to be looking at what we have to do next, whether it's a ground ball, a face-off, our next shot. And I think keeping things in perspective and really being in the present and enjoying what we're out there to do, and just, letting the outcome kind of be whatever it is. I think that is what's going to really put us in a good position to make a run during the playoffs.
You can also improve your seeding for the upcoming conference tournament over the last couple of weeks of the regular season. How important is it to build up some momentum as you get closer and closer to the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's really important, to be honest. The way our team dynamic works is we have a lot of very talented individuals. And thus far, we've had sparks of really good play, but we haven't exactly come together as an entire unit, and that's both offense and defense combined. And I think we're waiting for that chance, waiting for that opportunity to click. And we're hoping, going down to Roanoke tonight at 7 p.m. is going to give us, again, another opportunity for us to come together and to really start working as a unit and working as a team. And I think if we can see that in each other and we can begin to trust each other again, as 6 guys on offense and 7 guys on defense, I think that is going to put us into a different class and give us the momentum we need as we finish out the rest of the regular season.
Noah, thanks for joining us here. Best of luck the rest of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me again.
For WNL Sports Weekly, I'm Jeremy Franklin. Thanks for watching.